Alright, so in today's video, I received this video topic from a viewer of mine on Twitter, and they sent me a DM saying, here, react to this. And it's of this video by a creator on YouTube by the name of Te Mimi, or Te Maimai, but I'm pretty sure it's Te Mimi. I don't know, it's been years and I'm still having trouble pronouncing her name, so. And this video is about a creator by the name of Tara's World. I'm not entirely sure what she does, and at this point, who knows why some of these people have hundreds of thousands of followers on Instagram. I mean, it's all just so fucking identical and generic for me at this point. She also has 4.9 million followers on TikTok. Like, why? I don't know. I think with the ongoing trend of TV just becoming something of the past, people are flocking to the internet, social media accounts, and creators like myself for entertainment, education, news, and anything else that they may want. A lot of these people you guys are out here supporting really should not have a platform. I'm just gonna be straight up. But anyways, this Tara's World girl apparently has been doing weird things with her bird. And when I say weird, it involves like unconsensual sexual advances towards her bird. And apparently she thinks it's completely funny. I mean, that's all I'll say. I mean, at this point, I'm not even surprised because in places like France and Germany, I believe they've this year or late last year have tried to legalize bestiality. I mean, the world is getting kind of insane, but hey, like I said in my last video, I'm here on the sidelines watching it all burn down. But anyways, let's get into this video by Te Mimi and see what it's all about.
I don't know if anyone knows this, but like, if you touch a bird on its back or under its wings, it like rouses the bird. And for the first the first 4 months I had Marty, like I didn't know that. I got comments like, don't touch him on his back, you're turning him on. I was like, F off. So to touch his back, I'd rub under your wings, okay? And then he started screaming all day long, like all day. He would scream all day long. I was like, why is he screaming, you know? He was screaming because he was frustrated because I wasn't like continuing to touch and do good stuff. So Marty is attracted to me.
It would be one thing if she was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that. I had no idea that this was doing this to my bird. So I will no longer do that, obviously. And thank you to those who pointed it out because that could be a common mistake. I'm not very familiar with birds. Out of all the animals I've had, birds were not one of them. Personally, from what I do understand about the situation, I could see this as a common mistake that some bird owners might not have known about. But I don't think most people would proceed to still pet the bird in these areas that would frustrate it after learning about it. Tara did, however. She made a TikTok about it, joking about it.
And you know what? Sometimes I do still touch under the wings. And we're gonna have eggs one day. You want me to touch in the good spots? Yeah? I'm such a sick.
So clearly, this girl is sick in the head. Like, she's actually fucking weird. So now that she knows that rubbing her African bird's back is the equivalent of a stripper rubbing her ass on a client's Johnson in a strip club, basically turning him on and teasing him and, you know, getting him ready for whatever he has planned for the rest of the night. After knowing all that, she continues to do that to her poor little bird who just wants to bust a nut. Like, why would you do that? And I don't know if this bird is a female or a male, but I believe it's a male because she named the bird Marty. I don't think she'd be naming a female bird Marty, but anything is possible. However, the fact that she's continued to basically tease her bird for all these months or years or however long she's had the bird is just cruel, man. I mean, at this point, you might as well just go out to a pet store and find him a female, African, whatever bird this is, and allow him to have a companion, because this is just, I mean, can you imagine being a man, going through life, seeing attractive women, having a girlfriend, having a wife, having girls being interested in you, getting to first base, kissing, second base, I don't know what that is, but never actually getting to the final destination of actually being able to whip the Johnson out and proceed to do what is natural for all men? Like, that would create the biggest blue balls any man has ever had in history. And that is exactly what she's doing to her poor African bird. This is just, honestly, this is animal abuse. I'm not gonna lie. Like, somebody please take this bird away from her because she is causing this bird way too much pain.
And like, I still do it sometimes. I'm a terrible person, but like, it's like funny.
Why is that funny to you? That's fucking weird.
Funny because like now I know, you know? See, now I know when I touch right there. Ding dong. Sometimes I get Marty's hopes up. I'm like, you know what? One day we're gonna have eggs and we're gonna have a family. Just from touching under those wings. He's like, boy, we're having kids. He wants more. You want more because you're a sick prick.
Oh.
Bro, what is wrong with her? This poor bird obviously has his instincts screaming in his head that is telling him to mate. That is what is natural for this bird. And he, I guess based on how he's looking right now on the top of her right shoulder, is indicating that he wants to mate with her. But she is not a bird. She is a human female and the owner of, I guess, his existence. And poor little bird doesn't realize that she's just teasing him and that it is not possible to mate with her. And that he will probably feel like this for the rest of his life unless he brings him back to Africa or gets him a girlfriend or something. Like, I just empathize as a man, a part of the male species, knowing full well how hard it is sometimes to control our urges. Understanding the plight of what this bird might be going through, it just hurts my soul. Honestly, it's just unfortunate that he's a bird and that he doesn't have opposable thumbs to relieve himself. Shake my
She did address this in a recent podcast. It's basically everything she had already said.
But it was just me. Yeah, it was me like making these jokes like this that I say in like my family group chat, like my friends group chat, like, oh yeah, and I still do it sometimes. Like, why would I say that? I was joking. Stupid video where I was like, guys, I figured out why Marty has been screaming for so long. It's probably because he was frustrated because I would be like touching his back and stuff. And I made a stupid joke in the video. I was like, and sometimes I don't do it. And I like touched under his wing. I was joking.
Yeah, nah, bitch, you were not joking. Stop the cap. I genuinely believe you think this sick shit is actually funny. Like, stop the cap. You're only saying it's funny because you're getting backlash for basically sexually assaulting your bird, which is just weird and should be illegal. But I guess since she's living in LA, probably around Hollywood, and you know how Californian laws are, they're open to all this weird ass perverted shit. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if later this year they tried to legalized bestiality as some form of sexuality, a part of the LGBTQ community. Like, bro, how many more letters are y'all gonna add to that community? Y'all gotta stop at some point because it's just getting out of hand. Come on. I even hear that the fucking MAP community, the minor attracted persons community, basically pedophiles are trying to get into the acronyms to be a part of the community because it's their quote unquote sexuality too. Like, bro, we gotta bring God back into society because this is just going way too far.
When she talked about, oh, I still do it sometimes. But in the video where she says that, she demonstrates doing it and actually does it on camera and shows everybody. I do want to say I don't think she's full on effed her bird, and I want to say that because I know a lot of people, especially in her comments, have claimed that she did that and genuinely believe that she did that. To my understanding and from everything that I've seen, the farthest this went was her touching it in the spots that she mentioned, under its wings and on its back, causing it to become frustrated, which obviously still isn't okay, because if you continue to do that, your bird is going to live an unhappy life. The bird is not going to understand that you're doing this because you think it's funny, and I still don't understand why she thinks this situation is funny. All you're doing is stressing your bird out.
Now, for people who are saying that she might have like full on effed her bird in her comment section, that's kind of crazy. Like, I don't think she would go that far. I mean, it's a literal bird. Like, how would that even work? I mean, I know some white girls be doing it with their dogs. Like, I've unfortunately seen videos of multiple girls who just so happen to be white. I'm not trying to call out white girls specifically, but I'm just saying, seems like a common theme, who have engaged in inappropriate behaviors with their dogs. Don't ask me why, don't ask me how. I'm not describing it in this video, but yeah, it's something that I wish I had not seen. Honestly, I wish I could take it back, but unfortunately, it's permanently inked in my mind. God help me.
To understand that you're doing this because you think it's funny, and I still don't understand why she thinks this situation is funny. All you're doing is stressing your bird out. Oh, by the way, this parrot actually escaped at one point, and there was an entire article written about having a reward to find it, which somebody did, and it was reunited with Tara.
Now, what's funny to me is, according to Timmy Me in this video, Marty, the African bird, actually escaped from Tara's apartment or home, and I suppose Tara offered a $10,000 reward for anybody who found her missing parrot. But it just leads me to believe that that bird just wants to be free. He wants to be free from the shackles of Tara's bondage. He no longer wants to be trapped by her presence. He wants to be free. He wants to do what birds do. He wants to spread his wings and fly, and for some reason Tara won't let him go. And I mean, if she really offered $10,000 to find this bird and to bring him back home, then damn, she must have one hell of an attachment to this bird. And I don't know, maybe those those comments might be onto something. Like, hey, 10 G's is a lot of money for a bird. I mean, shit, if it were me, I'm sorry, Marty, I would have went and got me a Marty 2.0 or something and then called it a day. But anyways, let me know your thoughts and opinions about this girl and her bird and what she's doing to it. Like, poor guy. I mean, bird. Like, let me not try to personify a bird, but I mean, I just can't help but empathize for the poor little thing. It doesn't deserve this. And also, make sure you hit the sub button, turn on all notifications. That's super important, as I definitely want you guys getting alerted for all my stuff. Also, follow me on Instagram, Twitter. You can send me video ideas there, and be sure to join our community Discord server down below. All links are in the description. And with that being said, thank you for watching, and I'll have a new video for you guys tomorrow, 7 p.m. Peace.